Namaste. Hamesha khush raho bitiya. My name is JVN Manisha Singh, Assistant Professor in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University in Department of Food and Biotechnology. Uh, Today I am teaching you subject Fruits and Vegetable Processing Technology for class BSc NND, FND and BTech, MTech, fourth semester. And in last session, we will discuss about the post-harvest changes and treatments given to the fruits and vegetable. And in today's session, we will discuss about the desirable characteristics of fruits and vegetable required during processing. So let's start with the topic. First of all, what is quality? So quality is something or you can denote as a degree of excellence or a high standard or value or a degree of acceptance. Okay. So quality of foods may be defined as the composite of those characteristics that differentiate individual units of a product and have significance in determining the degree of acceptability of that unit to the user. Okay. And in reference to the fruits and vegetable, the characteristics that impart distinctive quality may be described by four different attributes. One is color and appearance. Second is flavor, that is taste or aroma. Then third is texture, and fourth is nutritional value. As a consumer, these four attributes typically affects us in the order specified above. For example, we evaluate the visual appearance, and that is color first, followed by the taste and then aroma and then texture. So the appearance of the product usually determines whether a product is accepted or rejected. Therefore, this is one of the most critical quality attributes. So nutritional value is a hidden characteristic that affects our bodies in ways that we cannot perceive, but this quality attribute is becoming increasingly valued by the consumer, scientist, and the medical profession. Okay, we eat with our eyes. The shape, size, gloss, and vibrant color of a fruits and vegetable attract us and entice us into picking it up by hand or fork. Once we are attracted by the appearance and color of a product, we put it into our mouths where the aroma and taste take over. Okay, so freshness, spiciness, sweetness, and other flavor attributes are critical to our eating pleasure. Aroma refers to the smell of a fruit or vegetable product, whereas flavor includes both aroma and taste. Once the product is placed in the mouth, one can perceive the smoothness, thickness, firmness, and hardness or the crispness of the fruits and vegetable material. As chewing proceeds, the perception of textural quality changes and products generally become softer. So nutritional value is an extremely important quality component that is impossible to see, taste, or feel. Okay, nutrients are critical for the growth and long-term development of our bodies and include both micronutrients and the macronutrients. There are some association between textural attributes, especially in juiciness and flavor, and between the color and nutritional composition of the fruits and vegetable. So the color is derived from the natural pigment in fruits and vegetables, many of which change as the plant proceeds through the maturation and ripening. The primary pigments imparting color quality are the fat soluble chlorophylls, that is the green color, and carotenoids. Carotenoids are of yellow, orange, and red. And the water soluble anthocyanins, which give red and blue color, and flavonoids is yellow color, and betalains is red color. In addition, enzymatic and non-enzymatic browning reaction may result in the formation of water-soluble brown, gray, and black colored pigment. The enzymes involved in browning reactions include polyphenol oxidase, which catalyzes the oxidation of polyphenolic compounds, and phenylalanine ammonia lyase, which catalyzes the synthesis of precursors of the to the phenolic substrate. Okay. Then next attribute is the flavor and aroma. Flavor has been defined a mingled but unitary experience which includes the sensation of the taste and smell and pressure and often cutaneous sensations such as warmth, color, or mild pain. Flavor is typically described by aroma and the taste. Aroma compounds are volatile and they are perceived primarily with the nose, while the taste receptor exists in the mouth and are imparted when the food is chewed. While color and appearance may be initial quality attributes that attract us to a fruit or vegetable product, the flavor may have the largest impact on acceptability, and that is desire to consume it again and again. Taste has been divided into 5 primary tastes. These are the sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. Umami can be described as a taste associated with the salts of amino acids and the nucleoacids. Okay, nucleotides. Odors are much more diverse and difficult to classify, but an attempt by Henning includes the following, like there is a spicy odor, flowery odor, fruity odor, resinous odor or balsamic odor, or burnt and foul odor. Okay. So Stevens stated that it is possible to classify vegetables into 2 major groups depending on their flavor characteristic. The first group of fruits and vegetables has a strong flavor that can be attributed to a single compound or group of related compounds. Banana with isoamyl acetate, onion with characteristic sulfide groups, celery with distinctive phthalides are examples of this group. Okay. Then the second group of fruits and vegetables includes those whose flavor is determined by a number of volatiles, none of which conveys the specific characteristic or aroma. Examples in this group include the snap beans, musk melons, and the tomatoes. In the evaluation of fruits and vegetable flavor, it is important to consider off flavors as well as desirable ones. These off flavors may be produced through the action of enzymes such as lipoxygenase, peroxidase, which form free radicals and hydroperoxides that may catalyze the oxidation of compounds. When these reactions occur, the result may be development of undesirable flavor, that is rancidity, cardboard flavor, oxidized flavor, or wet dog flavor. However, there are instances of enzyme catalyzed reaction that results in the desirable flavor also. For example, hydroperoxide lyase catalyzes the production of typical tomato flavor. Next attribute is the texture. Textural parameters of fruits and vegetables are perceived with the sense of touch, either when the product is picked up by hand or placed in the mouth and chewed. In contrast to flavor attributes, these characteristics are fairly easily measured using instrumental methods. Most plant materials contain a significant amount of water and other liquid soluble materials surrounded by a semi-permeable membrane and the cell wall. The texture of a fruit and vegetable derived from the turgor pressure and the composition of individual plant cells, wall, and the middle lamella, that is known as glue, that holds the individual cells together. Cell walls are composed of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectic substances, protein, and in the case of vegetables, lignin. Tomatoes are an example of a fruit vegetable that is approximately 93 to 95% water and the 5 to 7% total solids. The later comprised of roughly 80 to 90% of soluble and 10 to 20% insoluble solids. The greatest contributor of the texture of tomato products are the insoluble solids, which are derived from the cell walls. The three-dimensional network of the plant cells is still unresolved, but is a topic of great interest to the scientist in that, to a large degree, it dictates the perception of consistency, smoothness, and juiciness in fruits and vegetable tissues. Then another characteristic is the nutritional value. Fruits and vegetables are a major source of both macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients are the fiber and carbohydrates, and micronutrients are the vitamin C, B complex. B complex includes the thiamine, riboflavin, vitamin B6, niacin, folate, vitamin A, vitamin E, minerals, and lesser studied polyphenolics, carotenoids, glucoisonolates. Okay, so nutrients may be classified as either water or lipid soluble, meaning they are dissolved in water, so they are water soluble, and they are dissolved in liquid medium, so they are lipid soluble. Water soluble nutrients include vitamin C, vitamin B complex, polyphenolics, and glucosinolates. Fat soluble nutrients include vitamin A, D, E, K, and other carotenoids such as lycopene, beta carotene. Vitamin C is the most sensitive vitamin, being degraded relatively quickly by the exposure to heat, light, and oxygen. For this reason, it is often used as an index of nutrient department of Health and Human Services and the degradation. Okay, then desirable and undesirable quality attributes in fresh cut fruits and vegetables. Fresh cut fruits and vegetables have an attractive appearance, acceptable flavor, appropriate texture, and a positive nutritional image to attract initial and continued purchases by the consumer. Consumer may try a new product if attracted by its appearance, but they are unlikely to repurchase an item if it fails to deliver on the promise of the appearance. Quality can be viewed from either a product or a consumer orientation. A consumer orientation views the product through the sensory perspective of the consumer at the point of purchase and the consumption. Consumers often buy the first time based on the appearance, but repeat purchases are driven by the expected quality factors determined by the flavor compounds and the texture. So, color and appearance attract the consumer to a product and can help in impulse purchases. At the point of purchase, the consumer uses appearance factors to provide an indication of freshness and flavor quality. External appearance of a whole fruit is used as an indicator of ripeness, although it can be misleading one. Consumers have a preferred color for a specific item. For example, bananas are supposed to be yellow with no brown spots, and tomatoes red, not orange, cherries red, not yellow. Kiwi fruit has green flesh, not yellow, with the exception of the outside of a fresh few fruits like bosc pears and kiwi fruits. Fresh fruits and vegetables should not to be brown. Gloss on the outside of whole fruits tend to be a desirable attribute for whole fruits. Fresh cut fruits and vegetables must appear to be fresh, generally indicated by the brightness of color and absence of visual defects on strip. Sheen on the outside of the most cut fruits is preferred to a desired appearance. Color and appearance of the package can also influence the purchase decision. Next is the flavor. Flavor of fresh cut fruits is more important than for fresh cut vegetables due to the way the products are consumed. Fresh cut vegetables tend to be consumed as components of salads or sandwiches. Since fresh cut fruits are more likely to be consumed without other ingredients, they must be sweet without the presence of off flavors. Since sweetness increases with ripening and dry fruits deteriorate more rapidly, most fruits are harvested before full sweetness has been achieved. Sweetness does not increase in coated cut cantaloupe during storage, and it is unlikely that significant increases in sweetness will occur in other fresh cut fruits after packaging. Okay, so bitterness is an undesirable taste found in some fresh cut fruits and vegetables, such as salad greens. When crucifer cells are ruptured, glucosinolates undergo enzymatic hydrolysis with the endogenous myrosinase enzyme releasing thiocyanates, isothiocyanates, sulfates, and glucose. Processing and packaging precautions must be taken to ensure that off flavors and off odors do not jeopardize the marketability of shredded crucifer products. Sourness is an indication of the use of immature fresh cut fruits, such as may occur in the case of apples. Next parameter is the texture. Consumer have clear expectation for the texture of fresh cut fruit and vegetable. Salad vegetables like lettuce, carrot, celery, and radish should be crisp. Soft fruits such as cantaloupe and peach should yield to chewing without being mushy. Other fruits like apples should be crisp, crunchy, while consumers generally cite flavor as the most important quality attributes of fruits and vegetables. Textural defects and the interaction of flavor and texture are more likely to cause rejection of a fresh products. Consumer and panel testing indicates that they are actually more sensitive to small differences in texture than flavor. Undesirable textural attributes are the opposite of the desirable ones. Wilted lettuce, lame carrots or celery, and flaccid radish are unacceptable, as are crunchy or mushy cantaloupes and peaches. Soggy or mealy apples are also likely to be rejected. Then nutritional value. Consumers accept fresh fruits and vegetables to be good source of dietary fiber and many vitamins and minerals. Unfortunately, they have no way of distinguish between individual products that have high versus low concentration of phytonutrients. Many factors contribute to nutrient content of a fruit or vegetable available for sale, including genetics, growing conditions, and production practices, maturity at harvest, and post-harvest handling condition. During storage, little change occurs in dietary fiber and mineral content, but the vitamins are lost. Cutting stimulates ethylene production, which in turn increases respiration and senescence, leading to even more rapid loss of certain vitamins. Vitamin C is the vitamin that usually degrades most rapidly and can be used as an index of freshness. Vitamin C is unstable in many vegetables such as asparagus and jalapeno pepper. Slight vitamin C losses in stored fresh cut cantaloupe were also reported. Next is the convenience. The attribute that derives fresh cut products is convenience. Consumer purchase cut fresh fruits and vegetables for consumption right out of the package. The former International Fresh Cut Produce Association defined fresh cut produced are trimmed, peeled, washed, cut into 100% usable product that is subsequently bagged or packaged to offer consumers high nutrition, convenience, and value while still maintaining freshness. These products should be clean with no evidence of soil or odor of chlorine or other sanitizers. All the pieces in the package should be edible and require no further preparation steps other than transfer from package to the plates. Okay, so in this session, we will discuss all about the desirable characteristics of fruits and vegetables and during processing as well. And from this session, many questions may be asked in your exams, like explain the desirable characteristics of fruits and vegetables during processing. What are the parameters? And explain the texture of the fruits and how you will buy the fruits and vegetable from the market, like that. And in objective questions, like which vitamin is heat sensitive, or you may ask like which what are the water soluble nutrients, what are fat soluble nutrients, what is the difference in between them. Likewise, questions may be asked in your final exams, so prepare like that. And I hope this session is clear to all. Thank you so much for watching this video.